we're all very concerned down here. There's unanimous opposition to it from both left and right, our Member of Parliament and all the various local authorities, and there have been a strong public upsurge against it. So we are very, very sad that it's on its way, and we're also quite fearful around a lot of things.
Concerns, Louie.
Sorry, I missed that.
Just explain to me what your biggest concerns are, because over the last few months there will have been various reassurances made to you about the barge, about security. What still are the lingering concerns?
We haven't had that many reassurances. I mean, the Home Office hasn't been particularly helpful in coming forward and actually just having a proper dialogue with the local authority. As a ward member, in the Weymouth area, which is right next to Portland, we've been very much kept in the dark.
OK, but what are your biggest concerns then about this?
Well, we don't. It's largely a fear of the unknown. We don't know anything. We don't know who's going to be on the barge, apart from the fact they're all going to be men. We know that we believe they're going to be adults, but I mean, we're still not 100% sure on that. And a lot of the provision of services, the bus route, where they're going to, all these things are still largely unknown to many of us.
However, you have been given £2 million funding from the government to help with the various services. That's pretty penny, isn't it?
It is, but I mean, we'd rather not have it than have the money. We're only having it because if not, it'll be local taxpayers footing the bill as opposed to getting it from central government. And
yeah, but that's the very point.
To do with it,
yeah,
opposes it.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that's the very point. Local taxpayers aren't funding it because you're getting this money from central government.
Well, local taxpayers technically are, because all tax money goes to the same place at the end of the day. Either goes to central government or local government, but they're both governments. But we shouldn't be paying for it. We'd rather not have it, and we'd rather not have the money.
Right.
I'd rather not have the money or the barge and the money.
Yeah.
It's not if it's going to go on anything else.
Is there anything further you can do? I gather there's a barrister that's advised the council that because it's actually below the low water mark, it's outside your planning control as such. So legally, there's not an awful lot you can do at this stage.
No, and also it's been different than a lot of the other issues around the country we've seen, because Portland Port is a private entity. And as I said in the council meeting last Thursday, they are going to have to answer to the reputational damage it will do to them as a business. Yeah. That's where they have to look at it too.
Louie, I mean, obviously, you are not the only person who is saying we don't want this here. We do not want this barge coming here. It's the same with the RAF bases as well, housing migrants. But what there does seem to be a lack of is people coming up with better solutions. And even just in the last hour or so, we've heard that, the Shadow Home Secretary, the government's opposition, are also saying that they could use barges to house asylum seekers. So, what would your solution be? Because we all know about this huge asylum backlog.
I'm glad you asked that. I'm not against barges. I just put the barges on the Thames, so the people responsible for this mess, and that's all parties, including my own, which is in government, can see daily the mess that they've caused and the need to get on with it and solve the problem. Put more on the Thames.
Okay.
Why the Thames? Well, it's a long way from where you live.
Commons and whatnot, they can, when they finish procrastinating in Parliament, they can go out and see exactly the issue they failed to deal with.